Hi, everyone. Welcome to my first official podcast ever. My name is Jay, and this is honestly not serious because everything we're going to talk about today, it's not that serious. From Miami Swim Week to off campus and my thoughts on that, we're going to cover everything. So grab your coffee, some coffee cakes, some cereal. It's time to start your day with Jay. I think normally my plan is to give you a little bit update about my life, but I'm going to cover why I started this podcast and a little bit about who I am at the end. But let's get directly into these pop culture topics that are happening this week. So first, like I said, Miami Swim Week. I'm so sad for Miami Swim Week. I love it so much. I think the content behind the scenes is probably my favorite. Like, I'm not actually sure if there's a channel that streams it or anything, or if they do it for Hulu. Like, I genuinely have no idea, but I watch all the girls and their excitement and camaraderie, and it's seriously so cute to me. I'm going to let you know my favorite walks that happened this year, and I watched a lot of them walking. So I will start with number 5. My girl Maura Higgins from Love Island. Oh, I love Maura. I love Maura, and her walk was exactly like her vibe. It gave such cool girl energy. She exudes like the most fabulous chic everything. I love Maura. And honestly, I just have such a bias because watching her looks that she had, like her fashion looks from the traders, it just her being in Miami Swim Week, like literally just made sense to me, you know? My number 4 is Haley Bills from Dance with the Stars. She's so adorable. And like her behind the scenes content about how excited she was to do this, it made me feel warm inside because I literally had to go search for her walk. I was like, I can see Emma, I can see Jenna Johnson. I've seen their walks, but like I genuinely couldn't find Haley's walk. So I literally had to go search and it was good. It was good. Okay, so my number 3, I think her name is Adrina from Love Island. Love her from Love Island and also loved her walk. It's the face. I'm pretty sure she's from Miami, so I think like she gets it. She's probably seen a lot of the Miami Swim Week. I'm totally new to it, so loved her walk. Excuse me. My number 2 is the silent assassin, like the absolute silent assassin. You're gonna gag. Kendall Vertez from Dance Moms. My little Kendall is so grown up. She has got gorgeous legs that contributed to the most gorgeous walk. I was like, girl, you should do this again. It looked like it came natural. And here's a little thing. She was doing it in heels. A lot of the other girls that I named, they were not doing it in heels. Like the Sports Illustrated girls, they had to do it barefoot. And so Kendall's walk, I can't remember what brand. I think she might have been with Cupshe. I don't know. It was so good. I was like, okay, Kendall. Love. And my number 1 is seriously such a bias, Alex Earl. Alex Earl is who I think of when I think of Miami Swim Week. And I'm sure you're thinking that too. If you're new to it, I don't know. There may be some girls that are doing it that have been doing it for like absolute years or something, but like it is so on brand for her. It is so smart. And this is her 3rd year doing it. Her behind the scenes content is unmatched. And it's the fact for me that she is doing this knowing like we all are going to see her reality TV show like extended behind the scenes content. I love it. I'm loving her year. I'm loving this. So good. Her walk was so good. It is a bit of a bias, but like, it really was that good. It looks like someone who's been doing this for 3 years. Oh my gosh. You guys, it's literally so hot here. I have a fan underneath me. I feel like, so I'm actually from Northern Virginia. I live outside of Washington, D.C. And the weather, it's literally such a roller coaster. Oh my gosh. Sometimes it rains. Sometimes it's swampy. Sometimes it's like 50 degrees in the morning. I honestly should be used to this. I'm from the Midwest and the weather there is a huge roller coaster too. But I can't deal. I can't deal. I think it's 68 inside my house, but this room, I mean, I have the door shut for the sound, but it's so hot. Anyways, I digress completely. My second thing I want to talk about today is the Euphoria series finale ending, it's over, it's done, and I'm not going to lie to you at all. I have watched season 1 and season 2 in its entirety. Did I watch season 3? Sit down, popcorn, remote control? Absolutely not. I didn't. I'm sorry, Zendaya. I'm the biggest fan of yours. Everything you do, love. But Euphoria season 3, I couldn't do it. I don't know why I couldn't do it. I think like there was an amalgamation of a lot of things. Like Angus Cloud died. You could tell everyone from Euphoria didn't want to do it. Zendaya and Jacob Elordi's like careers are entirely so different, and I like can't help but view the show from that lens, you know? I'm like looking at them thinking, I don't really think they want to be there. Like I don't really think they like this anymore. And it makes me sad. So I watched a couple clips on TikTok. No, I watched enough. I watched enough. I know that they made Sydney Sweeney do like what is it called? It's like what is it? It's oh, OnlyFans. I know that she had to do OnlyFans. Maddie hated her and was her manager. This is crazy. If you've literally watched the show, you're probably like, you got everything wrong. No, she was married to Jacob Elordi's character, Nate, and the wedding was horrible. She like cried. Nate's fingers came off. Am I close? But anyways, the finale. Oh, and my girl Trisha Paytas was on it. Hell yeah. I heard Trisha's recap of everything. I didn't watch the show, but I supported that. But the ending with okay, spoiler alert. You have like a second. With Rue's death, I think a lot of people are going to say that it was necessary and now the show can't go on. Oh gosh. But I guess I didn't love that her character died because I feel like we spent all of season 1 and season 2 trying to get Rue to a better place, the audience being alongside Rue and wanting the best for her. And so her in the show to end in this like death, it just felt like such an injustice. And I feel like it's mirroring that thing that a lot of writers in Hollywood do where life imitates art. I'm not saying about Zendaya, I'm saying about Angus Cloud, because clearly that I mean, he died of a drug overdose, and it just seems like that's what they were pulling from. I felt like this season was so all over the place, just from even the things that I heard that they were covering. The element of it being crazy and pushing the boundaries is absolutely on brand for Euphoria. Like Maddie and Cassie doing OnlyFans and stuff like that, like her supporting her OnlyFans or managing her OnlyFans. That felt expected. It did for me just because of the provocativeness and the vulgarity from seasons 1 and 2. But they just did away with so much that they tried to build up with like what is her name? Oh my god. Hunter Schafer's character. I literally can't think. Jules. Like Jules had no purpose or storyline, and that just like wasn't who Jules was. If you think back from season 1, there was like this interesting storyline with Eric Dane's character, Nate's dad, like the entanglement, and I wanted to explore that side of Jules a little bit more. Of course, there's that side of Jules that loves Rue. They're so close and they care for each other. But it just felt like the dynamics of the character were completely undone for absolutely no reason. Just because we're ending it? Are you kidding me? Like, I wanted to see a final chapter for everyone. Something like people are not talking about enough is Maud Apatow's character. Sorry, I literally know the celebrities. I do not know their names in Euphoria. Maud Apatow's character was extremely dynamic. She was. Um, she clearly wanted to stand out. You know, the parts of her that wrote that play, I think that was season 1. She wanted to be seen, and it just felt like that was completely cast aside in the last season. Just so many things like that that do not make sense and just felt like sloppy writing. It did. Or it felt like more focused writing for 2 characters, 2 or 3 characters, meaning Nate, Cassie, and Rue. I felt like everyone else, like, didn't even get to be their character. They were just added parts to complement or supplement, really, like, the other members of the cast, like the 3 that I just named. So, I guess I'm, like, okay with my decision of not sitting down and watching it, and maybe I'm thinking a little bit too much into it, but I feel I feel kinda sad for these actors, like, that sucks. That's simply it. That sucks. Okay, okay, I'm gonna transition into something else. Love Island is back. Dude, I'm so happy. You have no idea. Love Island is my everything. I, like, can't even think of a thing that is equivalent to Love Island that people do. Like, oh, like, isn't golf really long? Or oh, no, 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 the Tour de France. The Tour de France. I am like a 70-year-old man watching days long of the Tour de France for Love Island. Yeah. So it's back. I'm glad they're having Ariana Madix again. I hope they don't do away with her because I think that she brings so much to it, especially her like social media and marketing and commercial presence. Like every time I see a little TikTok ad of Ariana Madix being like, Love Island is tomorrow, I'm like, hell yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Um, should we like look at some of the cast members? Kind of see like what we're feeling about them? Hold on. Let's see. Love Island season 8. Wait, maybe this is just me. This might just be on me. But I haven't really seen promotion for Love Island season 8 like I had for Love Island season 7. And by that, I mean, I was like watching last summer, there was like a video, like Huda doing like the dance. So everyone was doing the dance. Do you remember that? Um, it was like this. Oh my God. That one, it was like their intro. I don't know if that happened after the first episode, but I swore it happened before. And people were like, who is this girl? I might be wrong, but I haven't really seen anything. Maybe tomorrow. Um, like there'll be a video by then because it's airing tonight. So exciting. I should honestly record this later tonight so I can share my thoughts. Okay. Ugh. Anaya Harvey, Beatrice Hatz. I really gotta try to pronounce all these people's names. Bryce Detloff, Gabrielle Vasconcelos, Casey Chandler, Kenzie Anis, Melanie Moreno, Sean Raphael, I think. Rafel? Oh no. Oh no. Sincere Ray, Trinity Tatum, Zach Giorgio. Okay. Okay, but where can I learn about each one? Summary of each. Okay, Anaya is from Georgia and she's 23. She's adorable. I'm excited to see her on camera. Beatrice is a Paralympic athlete from San Diego and she's 25. Gorgeous. Bryce is a DJ from Los Angeles. He's 29. I feel like everyone's a DJ. No? Especially from LA. Like, I don't know. Gabrielle is from Miami. They love to cast from Miami. They really do. He's 26. Got a lot of tattoos. Casey's a nursing assistant from Fresno and he's 23. Okay. Kenzie is a nursing school graduate from Georgia and she's 24. Okay, for the nurses, period. Melanie is a manager at a bikini store from LA and she's 24. A 24-year-old manager, that's pretty cool. Sean, aw, he's got a great smile. He's a police officer from Pennsylvania. He's 29. Okay. Sincere. Oh, wow. Sincere has great eyebrows. Sincere is from Cape May, New Jersey. He's 25. Jersey. Trinity is from, oh my God, Newport News. She's 22. That's actually like not that close to me, but it's in Virginia. And I'll take it. What a great area, actually. Lasana? Is that how you say it? Lasana? She's 25. She's a 25-year-old business owner from Oregon. Oh, it says she's been dropped from the cast ahead of the premiere after social media videos emerged. Man, you guys, your social media after allegedly using the N-word. Well, we don't like that. Zach, the brother of season, oh my God, The brother of season 7 Islander Charlie. Okay. And he's from England and he's 26. Wow, yeah, they like do look similar. Obviously, they're siblings, duh. But yeah, I'm seeing it. Okay. Well, hopefully he does better than Charlie did. So it starts tonight. We'll talk about it the next time we're together, the next episode. But dang, I'm so excited. Something about this show, it's like so mindless. And I need that in my life. I love it. It's like messy too. It's like crazy. You're like, oh my God. Like, I would never see any of these moments anywhere else. Okay, we are rolling through these hot topics, these pop culture topics. Not really sure what we're calling them. Pop culture topics. We're rolling right through. So excited to watch Love Island tonight. Next, let's talk about Scooter Braun and Taylor Swift. Scooter Braun made headlines recently because he said that he didn't actually know Taylor Swift. And if you remember, I'm going to get a little bit of a timeline for us, but if you remember, Scooter Braun bought Taylor Swift's whole collection of her masters. Taylor Swift did the Eras Tour, had so much money to be able to buy the masters back from Scooter Braun. She says, like, that's her enemy. Let's see. Okay. So in 2019, he acquired her music collection because he bought Big Machine label group for over $300 million. This is just a recap if you have no idea what I'm talking about. Because Big Machine owned the master recordings to Swift's first 6 albums, the transaction gave Braun control over her early catalog, which, if you're a Swiftie, obviously Taylor Swift's music, top to bottom, is great. There's like no skips. She's an amazing artist and writer, singer-songwriter, as they like to say in the singer-songwriter business. That makes me laugh when people say like, "Oh, I'm a singer-songwriter." Does anyone ever just say like, "Oh, I'm a singer. Oh, I'm a songwriter"? But singer-songwriter is something that they like frequently say in the industry. Like if you ever watch The Voice or that one show I really liked that got canceled for some reason, Songland, such a good show. They they like say singer-songwriter. And I don't know. I think it's funny. Oh man. Okay, so Swift's reaction when he bought the first 6 albums, like her work, she publicly objected to the sale in a passionate Tumblr post, stating that Braun's ownership represented her, quote, worst case scenario. She accused Braun of orchestrating years of relentless manipulative bullying through his celebrity clients. Some of his celebrity clients also were like Ariana Grande, Justin Bieber, people that would considerably be close in Swift's circle. So makes sense. Then Taylor Swift re-recorded all of her music. I think it was kind of like an idea got from a tweet, formerly Twitter, now X. Kelly Clarkson posted something like that. And they were really successful. So she was able to buy her music back. The sales of Shamrock in 2020, Braun sold the original masters to a private equity firm, Shamrock Holdings, and then regaining ownership. Like I mentioned, in 2025, Taylor Swift successfully acquired her original master recordings from Shamrock Holdings. Hey! Finally, regaining control of the original versions of her early catalog. And then Scooter Braun this week, which I had to Google, and his name is actually Scott. Wouldn't that be interesting if your parents named you Scooter? I'm just saying. So Scooter Braun, his perspective. Braun subsequently retired from active talent management. In interviews, he reflected on the intense backlash, stating he became a, quote, villain overnight. He expressed confusion over the extent of the feud, claiming he never had a substantive conversation with Swift and only met her 3 times in his life. And I want to add, one of the 3 times he's like alleging is the fact that like, or is a time when she apparently invited him to one of like her closed sessions that she does to listen to her music. And I'm not gonna lie, like you have to be pretty special in Taylor Swift's life to be invited to something like that. Like she does those things for her fans. So him being like, we're not close, I'm like, she cared about you a little bit. Like, you can't convince me. The whole thing I thought was behind us. I really thought that when she bought the music back, I thought like, okay, we don't have to hear about this anymore. It's not like a topic of conversation because it's done. It's buried. It's over with. But now Scooter Braun resurrected it back from the dead. And I'm like over it. But you know what? If Taylor Swift's not over it, I'm not over it. But I was just like, why didn't you like say anything earlier? You know what I mean? Like, why now? Why now? He says his reputation has been tarnished because of this. But if I remember like correctly, I think that what Taylor Swift said about him was just like kind of like, oh, I'm trying to think of an analogy. It was like a little piece of straw. But then I think the straw that broke the camel's back was the fact that he got a divorce. Oh, no, the straw that broke the camel's back was that everyone was leaving him from being a talent manager. Like did he discover Justin Bieber or was that Usher? He had been with Justin Bieber since he was a kid. And then all of a sudden, the relationship with Justin Bieber stopped. Ariana Grande stopped. And so everything seemed to corroborate what Taylor Swift was saying about him. But if it was really not true, why didn't he say anything? And like, why years later? The whole thing is probably something we're never going to know about. We're never going to have the behind the scenes about, but it like something is just super fishy, you know? Let me know if you feel the same, but I just like don't get it. You know when celebrities do like press tours and they try to sneak in a little nugget to maybe like rewrite history while they're also selling something because they want whatever they're selling to be successful. I don't know what Scooter Braun was doing a podcast for to like sell, but maybe it's his public image with Cindy Sweetie because they're like dating right now and he wants people to see him as like a good person. That is the only thing I can think of. Yeah. I don't know, man. Okay, our fifth topic is a little bit of like a twofer. So Mika Abdalla and Jake Short have officially ended their engagement and relationship after approximately 4 years of dating. I have seen things where it was like 5 years together. Not sure. A representative for Abdalla confirmed the split on June 1st, yesterday, stating that the pair remain on friendly terms and continue to support each other. A lot of things are resurfacing on TikTok and Reels right now of this clip from Jake Short's defunct podcast. I don't know which one it was. I actually was, to digress, I was going to say a pretty big fan. I'm not sure if I want to say that. I was a fan of the podcast. Jake Short and Bradley Perry, they had like two different podcasts. One was like Hit the Brakes, and then the other one, something like sitting and chatting, chit-chatting. I'm not sure. But they had a first podcast that was like successful, Hit the Brakes, and then they like stopped doing it. And then they started another podcast, and I'm pretty sure they stopped doing that one too. I have no idea why, but I was a listener of it. Those boys, they were from like the Disney Channel, way back then. And I think Mika was too. There was a clip that has resurfaced and it just keeps getting shared. Basically, Bradley Perry was with his now wife, Natasha, and Jake was with Mika, and they were like doing that thing that people do where they interview the significant others and they ask them questions like, what do you see in me? What do you think of me? And I think it was Bradley who asked Jake, describe Mika in 2 words. And he said, oh yeah, he said some.
How would you describe Mika?
He would describe me.
Oh yeah, you can take it away. I was actually asking.
I have 2 words. Yeah.
A lot of farts.
No, that's pretty funny though. Be like, some bitch.
Oh my god.
So
anyway.
She's the best person he knows. The best person he's ever met, and I'm some bitch.
Dab me up. We're locked in over here.
Nice. So anyway, what do you got?
Yeah, though. Like, that's like weird. And but I will say they did like do like a little dab, like it was kind of an inside joke, but you should watch the clip and see Natasha's face, jaw drop, completely white, like It was weird. It was definitely like off color because a couple seconds earlier, Bradley was like he was singing Natasha's praises. Makes sense. They're married now and expecting a child. So great. But yeah, I think people are doing that thing where they like pull from the internet to try to make sense of like a relationship ending. Like, oh, you knew it was gonna end when this podcast episode dropped, or he said this about her in the press, like things like that. And that's happening. We're watching it unfold on social media. But the thing that makes news for me that it was actually absolutely so shocking is I genuinely had no idea they were engaged. I knew that they were partners and they'd been together for a while. I didn't expect an engagement because they're pretty young. I'm pretty sure she is 26 and he is 29. I guess that's kind of an age that you get engaged, but I wasn't like thinking about it. And then I found out that they've been engaged, but I don't know the story and I tried to look for the story. So, subtopic, Mika is in Off Campus, the newest show on Prime that everyone's like raving about. Someone told me to watch Off Campus. No. This is your first impression of me and you're going to hate me. I didn't like love it. Everyone loves it and I didn't like love it. I didn't watch the whole thing, so there's still hope for me. I watched episode 1 and I just like I felt like the acting was like a little insufferable. And the characters were could do a whole paper on this. So like where do I start? Don't know the names of these characters, so I apologize. But the main female character was like a cliche. You know, she's like that quintessential musical theater, like artsy type of girl who, you know, is just like wanting the cool guy to notice her. But the cool guy in this is like an artist musician. And also, like, the girl has no idea how pretty she is. So we're doing that whole thing. We're not doing an ugly duckling trope. We're doing she doesn't know that she's like pretty. There was so many different tropes going on that, as an avid reader, I love to read like books similar to the Off Campus series. I was a little bit thrown. I was a lot of it thrown by how all over the place it was. Just pick a theme. Pick a theme and I'll stick with you. But there was no direct theme. I only watched episode 1, but it's the pilot episode. You are supposed to capture your audience in the pilot episode. And they didn't do that to me. I wasn't captured. I'm so sorry. Yes, it's like, okay, so we're a hockey show. I watched Heated Rivalry, loved, but we're not going to lean into the sports elements unless we're at home living with all the other hockey players. I'm like, okay. So we're not like a hockey show that's about hockey where we're watching hockey. Okay, fine. We've got this girl who has no idea she's pretty, but she's like an artsy girl. Okay. And then is it enemies to lovers? Are the two main people, the guy that does the hockey player, is that our enemy? Because they're doing that thing to all the boys I loved before, where like you need something from me and I need something for you. And so this is completely transactional. We're not going to fall in love. So, but I guess part of my opinion comes from I've heard that she's got like a couple different suitors. So that trope's out the window. We're not doing like the whole transactional, but you know, we get to be lovers at the end of this. No. There's also more books too, so dang. Diving into that boy's character development, one, I feel like he didn't really do it for me. Like I wasn't buying that he was the cool guy on campus. His friend was like so cool and nice. And I'm like, why isn't he the main character? Like, and I mean the character, not the person. Like the actor that played the character. I'm saying like that character. That character was someone I could root for. There was genuinely no person in the main two characters, that boy and the girl who's like the artsy one and the boy who's the hockey player. I wasn't finding myself wanting to watch episode 2 and root for them because like he's mean. There was that girl he like led on and you're thinking, oh, okay, something's wrong with him. Something's wrong that clearly she's going to have to fix. You know, with like Beauty and the Beast, where the beast is, he's like, oh my God, he's so mean. But it's because he's a beast and he's actually like a normal person. And then Belle, who's sweet and demure, like changes him or whatever. And then like they dance off into the sunset. That is such a simple but repeated trope that happens in books and movies. But she wasn't like a Belle. She wasn't a Belle. She was annoying. She was so annoying. I'm sorry. And he was annoying too. So I like when characters, one is less annoying than the other character. You've got to have some balance. You have to have the audience rooting for something. And honestly, I was like, if I'm going to watch the second episode, it's going to be for Mika Abdalla's character because I like her acting, and the best friend, who I can't remember his name. And that sucks because I love when like the young stars do all the press tours and they're like on the BuzzFeeds and the First We Feast types of videos, and they're showing their personalities, and like those things are what sell a show to me. Like, I'm genuinely someone who has sold a show solely based off an actor's personality and chemistry with the cast. I am. When I saw some of the things that the cast were doing for off campus, I was like, oh, this is cute. Like the girl's British. I'm like, oh, that's so nice. I'm gonna watch it. Someone said it was good. But like genuinely, that boy, he's annoying. He's so annoying. Like when he came up to the main girl and put his arm around her while she was talking, she finally mulled up the courage to talk to that one cool, like rock star boy that she wanted to talk to. He blocked it. He literally did. And it's like, if he were cool and cute, I'd be like, I would make an excuse for him, as you do when you're watching these things. You're like, oh, like he secretly likes her. He was scrolling like her Instagram or something like that. So I'm like, maybe he does. But he was like, oh, I've got this idea. Like, let's pretend to date so that he likes you or other boys like you or something. But like, it wasn't the thing where he was pining over her. I have no idea why he did it. Well, he gets tutoring out of it. Duh. Whatever. Whatever. You could ask anyone to be your tutor. Are you kidding me? I have so many unorganized thoughts about this show, but they're all so passionate against like just not really liking it. I think it just makes me so mad that there are way too many different tropes that are used in art and media and they're not aligned. They're just not aligned. Does that make sense? Does anyone else feel this way? Does anyone else feel like you weren't left rooting for her? Because it's like, what am I rooting for her for? Am I rooting for her to be with a guy that's the hockey player? Am I rooting for her to get that $20,000 pop song thing? Like, what is the goal? What is the goal? There was no clear aligned goal. Like, I needed one of the characters at the complete end of the show, like 30 seconds left, to give me a little piece that was nudging me towards the next episode. Like maybe she was up late, smiling and smirking and looking at his Instagram, or vice versa. And I can be like, oh my God, she really does like him. I don't know. I don't know if I'll stick with it. I might. I might, just so I can like have a full rounded thought. I'm genuinely curious at how it shapes out and why people recommend it so much and why people are like, it's a great show. So yeah, I'll probably keep watching. And also, whenever there's a book to movie adaptation, I love to read the book first so that I can have a full formed thought about what the author was like wanting for the character. It's so different when you read a book. You get the like internal dialogue or the narrator's perspective. And I guess I would be curious to see who was the narrator. If I were to guess, it was one of those books where it had two different narrators. They break up. Like the girl does one chapter, the boy does another chapter, or the girl does one book, the boy does another book. I would probably assume that, but I didn't get to read the books before, and maybe that's like why I'm so frustrated because it feels like I'm missing something. Like it feels like there's something that I'm just like not given some information. I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I know. Love Island is like my first priority though. I'm so happy it's back. It's gonna be so fun. Well that's it for our topics. I guess to just end to share a little bit about myself. My name is Jay Ibarra Cochran. I got married a couple months ago, so Cochran's the new last name. But like, it's really different when you get married and you just have to change your name. I was thinking about this and like talking to one of my friends. Like our generation, grew up on social media. Like, I can remember when my dad made me my first email. I was probably like 5 or 6. I don't really remember why I needed an email. I think he was just making them because the whole family, we all had like the same email, like with our last name and then like a little nickname type of thing. So, yeah, I feel like my identity on the internet is like has been there since I was a little kid. And so everything is just like Jay Ibarra, Jay Ibarra, Jay Ibarra. And now it's like a rebrand. It's really crazy to conceptualize in this digital age. I'm embracing it though. I like it. Fun. It makes me feel like a wife. Makes me feel like, yeah, like this is a new chapter. But from a branding and marketing perspective, it's like a total trip. Um, I live in Northern Virginia. I've got a dog named Finley, and like I said, a husband. Um, what else? Okay, next week I'm gonna be on a trip. So my whole upload schedule, we'll see if I pre-upload or if I optimistically do a podcast while I'm on a vacation. I'm so excited for this vacation because I get to do my favorite thing in the summer, and that's swim. Swim and eat by the pool. Dude, I am gonna do like a whole grilled cheese, little fries, a little ketchup, a strawberry daiquiri type of thing. Like I'm like already thinking about my poolside meals. That's so exciting to me. Just being in a swimsuit, it being like so hot, that, like you need like a frozen drink. Like, oh no. Oh, I'm so excited. What else? What else? I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you about myself. I'm sure you'll learn about me as it goes. You can find me on social media at Jayabara on TikTok, on Instagram. I'm Jayabara Cochran on YouTube. I have about one YouTube video, so go watch if you want. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching or listening, and I really appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, a review. You could be my first review. That would be so great. And follow with every update that I've got on TikTok. But thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.